Have you ever really stopped to think about which countries actually fuel our world? Well, today we're counting down the planet's biggest oil producers. And let me tell you, the sheer scale of the numbers we're about to see, it might just blow your mind. It's a huge question, isn't it? And right now, the answer mostly comes down to one thing: crude oil. So we're going to count down the top 15 producers, starting from the bottom. And trust me, you'll want to stick around, because the numbers here are just staggering. Okay, first up, we're entering what I'm calling the Million Barrel Club. The price of admission? You got to be producing over 1 million barrels of oil every single day. That's really the starting point to even be considered a major global player. Kicking off our countdown at number 15 is Qatar. It's a relatively small nation, but it has a huge energy footprint, pumping out a really impressive 1.32 million barrels a day. All right, climbing up the ladder at number 14, we've got Nigeria, a key African producer at 1.56 million barrels. And right ahead of them at number 13, we find Norway, pulling 1.64 million barrels out of the North Sea every day. So to close out this first bracket, we have Mexico at number 12, producing 1.76 million barrels. And just missing out on the top 10 is Kazakhstan. Look how close they are, pushing right up against that 2 million barrel mark with 1.84 million. So every one of those nations is an energy powerhouse, no doubt about it. But believe me when I tell you, we are just getting warmed up. The scale of production is about to take a massive leap. All right, here we go. We are now breaking into the top 10. This is the elite tier, This is where we start to separate the major players from the true giants of energy production. And cracking the top 10 is Kuwait. Now, this is that jump I was just talking about. They're well over the 2 million mark, producing a really powerful 2.41 million barrels per day. Now, check out how incredibly close these next two are. In the number 9 spot, you've got the United Arab Emirates with 3.32 million barrels, and just barely edging them out for number 8 is the South American powerhouse Brazil at 3.36 million. I mean, on a global scale, that is a razor-thin margin. Taking the number 7 spot is China. And whoa, look at this leap. We've just blasted right past the 3 million mark and landed deep into 4 million barrel territory. China's output is a massive 4.26 million barrels per day. And the race just gets even tighter as we move up. At number 6, we have Iraq, producing 4.31 million barrels. And then squeaking into the top 5 at number 5 is Iran with 4.35 million barrels per day. Wow, another incredibly close contest between two major Middle Eastern producers. Just missing out on a podium finish, but making a huge statement is number 4, Canada. They are the very first country on our list to break that 5 million barrel barrier with an impressive 5.14 million barrels per day. Okay, just take a breath and look at these numbers for a second. We just saw Canada cross the 5 million mark, which is immense. The number 3 producer is at 9.2 million. This isn't just a step up, this is a completely different league. The gap is absolutely enormous. And that brings us to our final section, the 3 oil titans. See, these aren't just producers. These are the countries that fundamentally shape the entire global energy market. We are now talking about the absolute giants. So, with that massive 9.2 million barrel figure in mind, who is it? Who takes the number 3 spot on the podium? And the bronze medal goes to Saudi Arabia, a truly staggering 9.2 million barrels per day. To put that in perspective for you, that's nearly double the output of Canada at number 4. This is just an incredible scale of production. 2 titans are left standing. Gold and silver are on the line. So who is the runner-up, the second largest oil producer on the entire planet? Taking the number 2 spot is Russia. And with this, we've broken another incredible barrier. Russia is the first country on our list to produce over 10 million barrels of oil every single day, clocking in at 10.22 million. And now, the moment we've all been building towards. The top of the mountain, the undisputed champion. Who holds the title of the number 1 oil producer in the world? In first place, it's the United States of America. And honestly, it's not even close. With a massive 13.19 million barrels per day, the U.S. holds a commanding lead as the world's top producer. This chart really puts the dominance of the top three into perspective. You can really see the clear tiers of production. The gap between the USA, Russia, and Saudi Arabia is already big, but the drop-off to the rest of the world is even more dramatic. These three are simply in a class of their own. So to quickly recap the top five, we have Iran at number 5, followed by Canada at 4, our bronze medalist Saudi Arabia, the runner-up Russia, and the world's #1 oil producer, the United States. So there you have it, the energy map of our world as it stands today. But this map is constantly shifting, and the big question is, what will this list look like in 5, 10, or even 20 years from now? Something to think about. Thanks for joining this explainer.